Good morning and welcome to Something Saturday. So as you can see, I have laid out a couple of the new things that I've got. So we've got Wisteria Wishes. Let's see if I can just... Oh, that might be a bit better. Okay, so you've got Happiness Grows Within, To a Friend Who's All Kinds of Wonderful, Faith is About Trusting, Even When You Don't Understand, hang in there. And then there's these other bits that get stamped, and these ones obviously get cut out. And then these ones don't have stamps, they're just cutouts. But I think they're rather gorgeous. And then I have discovered that this set, which is just the dies, and they are called, wait for it, not that one, not that one, Fabulous Frames dies. Okay, so it's really funny because I put this one on as a kind of like, oh yeah, why not? I'll just grab that because I've got a bit of extra money to spend, and you know, I'd got my whatever it's called to what's I can hear my husband calling the cat outside. That's really off-putting. So yes, I had some extra money to spend and I thought, oh, you know what, I'll just get that. Don't know how much I use it, but I have to say that so far I've used it quite a lot. And it was a good buy. So I'm going to show you a couple of, well, probably one card that I'm going to make with this. So I'm going to show you a couple of other ones that I have made. Let's pop that to one side and let's bring in the ones that I've been playing with. So the first one I made was actually this one here. Hopefully you can see this. So it's the faith is about trusting even when you don't understand. Can you see, I'm just going to stand up and see whether you can see this, the glitter in that. So I've actually used some of the new in colour glimmer paper to create this frame. And as you can see, hold on, this frame here. So it's kind of cool because it also gives you a cutout of an oval, which you can then use somewhere else, which I haven't yet, but it will be useful in time. And then this one here has used, so both these stamps here, and then you put this one over top, and then this one here obviously is this. So these have actually been cut out, although potentially I could have just stamped them straight down. But I didn't, so there you go. So there's that one, and then the other one I did was just the one that uses just the cutouts. So it uses this one, and this one here. So you can see that, so what I've done is I've actually cut them out, believe it or not, with white cardstock, and I've coloured them in with my stamping right markers. So these are the new colours. You see, I kind of get the new colours and then it's kind of like, oh, got to use new colours, so you know, hey, that's what I've done. And then I've used a bit of the sparkle ribbon on the end here, which is just so pretty. And you got hang in there because it's hanging on down. So I've also managed to, although that one was the cutout, I do find that this mirrors it really beautifully. So I've managed to do up my envelope, and then of course I managed to get some on my thumb and went like that. And then I figured, you know what, the stamp can go there. It'll be fine. I'll just have to make sure that one goes through the mail to somebody. All right, so I figured that we would go with, let's grab a base card out, and I thought I would use this frame this time. So when you cut it out, it gives you obviously the cutout piece as well as the frame itself, and it's actually really cool. The frame has like these lines going through it, and then it's got a little stippled edge, if that's the right word for it. And I'm going to just bring in my bit of scrap paper to put underneath all this, so that way I won't get ink all over my my desk. Alrighty, so I thought what I would do is I might actually stamp what I want to onto this piece and then pop the frame around it, having the frame up a little bit. So I might colour the frame in, but I really haven't actually made a decision yet what I'm doing with it, except for the fact that I do know what colours I want to use for the flower. So I decided that I was going to use some Flirty Flamingo and Sweet Sorbet for the flower. And then this one here, I have found that the new Parakeet Party and the Evening Evergreen make an incredibly nice blend. So I'll show you what I do. Let's grab out. So we need to use the Evening Evergreen dauber. So I actually have a dauber for every colour, I will admit, but I kind of figure that they're cheap enough that it doesn't matter, I can actually do that. So what we do is we start off inking this up with the Parakeet Party. So there it is, it's all inked. And let's pop that away. And then we grab out the Evening Evergreen. And just a case of adding some of that colour just with the dauber onto there, just so that it, I find the Parakeet Party is absolutely gorgeous, but it's very, very bright green. So I just find it a little bit too bright. And now which way do I want it? Let's go this away. You know what I forgot to put underneath this? Is my stamp pad. So let's just hope this works because, oh, there you go. How convenient was that? There we go. Excuse me. So, so you can see there that you've got the mottled colour on it. And I just really like the fact that you've got the really vibrant green as well as the slightly more muted green. So, yeah, I just really love those two colours together. And conveniently enough, they're both in colours. Let's just pop this in half so that we can actually pop that down there. If you haven't got a stamping mat, one of these things, they are incredibly useful for when you're doing photopolymer stamping, because you'll find that these don't have any cushioning underneath them. So, so then you put the cushioning underneath your work and it kind of acts like your cushioning for you, if that makes sense. Let's give that a quick clean. I do find as well when you use one of these, it's getting a bit grubby this one, sorry. When you're using the stamping chamois, which is the cleaner there, rather than like scrubbing it, because it just doesn't work when you scrub it, you just literally just press it in and it clings out the ink from it, which is really handy when you get inky stuff. So we then have these ones, and I thought this time it could be like hollyhocks. I think that's the name of them. I'm not really big on gardening, but I have this vague recollection of my mum having something similar to this. So I'm inking it up with the Flirty Flamingo first of all, and then we're just going to shove my head in the way for a second and pop those on top of there. There we go. That looks really cool, actually. I haven't done it this way yet, so this is exciting. And let's get rid of the Flirty Flamingo and bring in the Sweet Sorbet. I thought these two colours actually blended together really nicely. So I'm just going to ink this little individual one up and stamp it straight on top of those three. I'm really pleased that it works to just stamp it on top of all three, and you don't have to worry about the fact that you know, they are actually different sizes. it just still seems to work, which is really nice. So, oh, come back here. Wonder what colour I should do around the outside of this. It would be really nice if I could actually do this as an interactive thing, but sadly I can't. You know, I might even go the Sweet Sorbet. So I might grab my red brush. Do you use the brushes? the brushes are fantastic, but you have to make sure that you start off the cardstock because you'll get that. And then just work your way along. Oh. Hee hee. So, as I say, make sure that you start off over here and then work your way onto it. That way you're not going to get that big line just there. So there we go. You know, I'm just going to add colour to the inside as well because I want it to... I want the edge to sort of show up nicely. There we go, I think I'm happy with that. Now let's pop my red brush away. I have to admit, the brushes, I don't have one for every colour. I just have one for blue, green, red, yellow, purple, all the rest of it. Because they're not quite as cheap as the Daubers are. So Daubers, you get a pack of 5 of them, and I can't remember the price of them, but they're not hugely expensive, which is nice. And whilst the brushes aren't actually all that expensive because you get 3 in a pack, and I think it's $21 for the 3 of them, it still seems like a lot more to store. And mine are in this rather gorgeous sort of thing that actually had a candle in it once upon a time. So that is all of my things, brushes, just so that you can see them, you know. And they just sit on my desk so that at any given time I can go, oh, I'll have that one, thank you very much. So I now have this and this. Oh, it just gives such a beautiful, clean looking card, I think, this particular stamp set. What am I going to say? Oh, do I want hang in there? No, it's not really a hang in there. Faith is about trusting. I might go with these 2. So I might have... I feel like I need a darker colour. You know what? I'm going to go with Starry Sky. I'm going to just bring in a different colour. Why? Because I want to. And because it's my card and I can. Don't you just love that when you're doing your own work? You don't have to do what anyone else wants you to do. All right, we are going to pop that just in the corner down the bottom. Excuse my head. Even when you don't understand, we're going with that. Let's do that. All right, and then this is going to sit on here, kind of like this. So where am I going to put my... I think I'm going to put my Faith one there. Let's just move those out of the way. Come on, off you go. So Faith is about trusting, and that's really inked up way too much. Sorry. Just going to try again with that. Okay. So when you ink up, you can literally just allow the weight of the block to ink it, especially when it's a brand new ink pad like this, because they end up really, really inky when they first come out. Oh, and apparently they attach themselves. There we go. That's much better. I'm actually always saying that in class. Just let the weight of the block ink it. So I reckon what we're going to do now is just add some glue to the back of this one. Probably not with that one. That feels like it's quite empty. Let's get rid of that. This one feels like it's got more in it. There we go. So I'm going to stick this one down flat. There we go. Got it. And try and aim for about the middle. Hopefully that's about the middle. Of course, I'll probably find out once I put this around it and go, oh God, that's on a bit of a wonk, isn't it? Oh, not too bad. Yep, that's good. I'm very lucky that I seem to have got my mother's eye for getting things in the right angle and things. So I don't know whether you know this, but there are large dimensionals. Hopefully you can see this. And there are small dimensionals. And they're diddly and so cute. But I'm going to use the small dimensionals just to go around the outside of this because I figure then that way they're not going to be, I don't know whether the large ones are just a bit too big for this. So, oopsie. There we go. Just keep going. You know what? This is actually a lot easier to use when it's in that. There we go. Oh, come back here. All is forgiven. There's that and that. And then we can start taking them off. Now, some of my customers are amazing at this, and they just seem to be able to pick them all up in one go, and quite obviously I'm not quite like that. You know what? I actually find it easier with my thumb. And then I stick to it and everything. Let's get rid of this lot. There we go. And let's pop our frame just around there. There we go. I just love this stamp set, I've got to say. It's funny because I never would have, when I looked at it in the catalogue, I thought, oh, yeah, okay. And it came up as one of the things that we could pre-order, and I just went, oh, yeah, all right, I'll go with that. And now it's here. These frames and this stamp set, oh, my goodness, I think I'm going to have so much fun using them all. So let me just pop these back out for you to view again. Shall we try and hide that little splotch on there? Yeah, let's move that down like that. There we go, splotch gone. It'll completely go once I've got a postage stamp on there. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget, these are in the catalogue. So, oh, this catalogue here, and they are called, what are they called again? Wisteria something, aren't they? Sorry, I should tell you whereabouts they are in here, then you can find them. Wisteria Wishes, page, yikes, 92. 92. I'm sure there's going to be other examples in here as well, so I might just show you those two. 94, 92. There they are. Ooh, that one's really pretty, actually, isn't it? I like that. Ooh, yeah. See, I'm still loving it. I quite like the idea of having that on the angle as well, actually. Oh, all these ideas. So little time. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video today, and do come back and join me next Saturday. And if you want to see these on my blog, do head on over there and check it all out. Might make up another card and, you know, surprise you with that on my blog too. Thank you for joining me. Bye.